It's okay for the language barrier if there is that purpose connection still
Mhm.
there. It's still powerful. It still does what it needs to do. It still brings that care to that patient with what they need. And my patient will return. Even if she has a problem, we sit across and we figure it out, and she is happy.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Frustrated to Fluent. I'm Devon Bruce. I'm the founder and CEO of the English Communication Academy. We help non native English speakers in healthcare communicate effectively with their patients, colleagues, and staff. And today I'm speaking with Dr. Kerri-Ann Coombs. Dr. Coombs is the chief optometrist and founder with a deep commitment to eye health and patient centered care. As an author and healthcare practitioner, her work is rooted in a lifelong passion for preventing eye disease and helping people see, both literally and more clearly in their lives and careers. Born in Jamaica and educated in the US, she brings a global perspective to healthcare with a strong understanding of working across cultures and communities. So, Dr. Coombs, thank you so much for coming on today.
It's a pleasure. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And the reason why that I'm excited to talk to you today is because we're going to be talking about how people in healthcare specifically can trust themselves to take their
Mhm.
lives and careers to the next level. A lot of them know what they want to do, but they may not have the confidence to do that for a number of reasons. They could feel their accent is not clear enough, or they may have gotten some feedback that has stuck with them and they don't know how to move past it. They might think, oh, well, someone from my country or my culture, they are not seen in leadership positions. And so I'm really happy to talk about this because a lot of the people that we work with, both on the individual doctor level and the system, most of them want to excel in their careers. Most of them want to take it to the next level, and they might not know how to do that because of some things that might be going on internally. So I'm really excited to talk to you about this today.
I'm so happy that we can explore this together because that's something I also struggled with. So I can relate and I still can relate. And so I'm happy to have this conversation. So maybe that will help someone else.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So, just to get started, many high performing healthcare professionals reach a point where they're successful on paper, but they feel very stuck or they're unsure about what's next. Now, for you being a doctor in healthcare, why does this plateau happen so often?
Just to think of the achievements that we may want, or the accomplishments that we even want or may get, they're like check boxes. And so sometimes we constantly do these check boxes, and when it's checked and done, it's like, okay, what's next? And if it's not connected with the internal personal growth, a personal connection of who you really are, we really feel like we haven't done anything, even doing all these things, being on TV, whether you being having your doctorate, having the kids, having the marriage. It's because there is a spot inside that we have to really reflect and see what we actually, as individuals, desire for ourselves. And sometimes a simple thing, it may be just peace. And so when we're constantly climbing and running, sometimes we're going down the wrong road, and it's so fast because we're hitting all the dots, we're getting all the applause, we are getting all the accolades, and it looks great on paper. But internally, we can be dying. We can be sacrificing the things that we truly desire, which is a quiet morning, which is time to exercise, which is time to spend with your kids, which is just time to sleep in when you want to, having choices versus demands of the world that
Mhm.
tells you what you have to do. So when we constantly climb to be have all of this because it looks great. It looks great on paper. It looks good on the magazine. It looks good on the introduction. It really looks great. But at the end, looking and see, well, is this, what does this say about who am I really? And it's okay to reevaluate, to stop. I'm in my 40s. I'll celebrate my 47th birthday soon. And I think it really hit me in my 40s what I really wanted. I had multiple practices. One morning I woke up and I said, I'm going to simplify this. I don't want to do this anymore. And I simplified it to one where I can exercise more, I can go home earlier. But sometimes these things don't happen automatically. It takes like something drastic to happen. It cannot survive another 10 years. So reconstructing it, what it looks like now in my 40s cannot be like in my 20s and 30s. I worked very hard, 6 days a week, nonstop. And now it looks different. My energy is different. I don't have that much energy. And even if I do, I don't have to do that any longer. So there are different seasons in your life. Like I said, it's like a house, and it's okay to rethink, reprocess your thoughts, even if you're very successful. Sometimes the best give is to walk away from something that is so successful to something that you are happy with. And that is the inner soul work of a person when they can just be comfortable with who they are. I have an accent. I'm also a registered nurse. So I
Wow.
remember I remember when I was a registered nurse. So I wrote a book, a Girl with a Big Vision, and it's basically about this little girl. She grew up on an island and she saw her dad struggle with his vision, and she wanted to do something about it. And so I never believed that I could be a doctor. So I said, okay, let me do nursing first and then become it. And if I can, I would go back. And so I'm there. I doubted myself. I didn't believe in myself. And how did I get here? Was just trying, never giving up, and always betting on me. Not anyone else betting on you, just always betting, taking a risk. I was a nurse and I was in the hospital, and, I think I was a great nurse. And a young lady came in, she looked like us. And I said, oh, you guys. And she blew up because I said, you guys. So I'm from Jamaica. So guys it wasn't y'all because I didn't get the Texas lingo yet. So I didn't say y'all. I was kind of like that New York, you guys. And that was offensive to her. So I understand when you say something else, it may mean something else in another culture. It's same word, which is English, but it means a different emotion, a different action. So that became, that I can see where the confidence or lack of confidence can exist. But the truth of the matter is, the heart is still the same. My heart just met you guys, whether it's y'all, you people, my gentle people, you loving people, it meant all the same. So I believe the confidence comes from the core of you. No matter what you say, it is still with the expression of that emotion that we do have to connect, regardless of the English language barrier. With a smile, with a grace, it still should mean the same, although it does not literally in that culture. And that's okay. That's okay. And that is the definition of our lives where we may see what life kind of looks like, but we're unable to express it. For a high thriving woman, you know that this is not what it is. With all the accomplishments, all the things that you've gotten, you just think you know you have it, but you know there is something else, and it's hard to express it. But you only express it as I this is not it. But the word hasn't, you do not know the word to express what you want. But
Right.
there is a desire for this is not it. You have something greater. Wherever you're stuck, wherever you are, that there is something bigger, better than the situation that you're in, right? So that is a connection of it. And that is it's okay. because whenever there is not clarity, the communication is unclear as well. So what can we define this as? I do not know. But because the truth is we only can define the things that we know of right now. But there's something that we know that we want to grab that we can't even design. Our eyes have not seen it yet. We cannot express it yet. We haven't experienced it yet. So that is why we do admire others. When we watch their paths, we can say, wow, if that happened for them, maybe it can happen to us. It gives us that definition that we didn't have. Oh, that's what that is. Oh, but if you have never seen it or felt it before, how can you define it?
Right. That's so true. And I'm glad that you touched on giving yourself permission. I feel like that's something that we all tend to struggle with. And that can be particularly challenging for someone who has a lot of cultural norms that might, and what they truly want to do might be against the grain. And so I'm really glad that you said to give yourself permission is key. And I can totally relate to that because I'm turning 46 this year and my life looks very different than what I
Mhm.
imagined even 10 years ago. So I was still married at the time and was on this trajectory, and then my divorce happened, and then I started my business, and then now I'm doing all these things that I couldn't have even imagined myself doing. So from that divorce space, I had to give myself permission and take the risk and bet on myself. And so I'm really glad that you touched on that. Having said that, the people that we work with, they might not be fully aware of this, but
Mhm.
a lot of them have their worth tied to their English. So they think, I struggle with my English. I need help with something as basic as English, and therefore I'm a bad doctor. I'm a bad person. I'm ruining my family name. So having that weight on someone's shoulders in healthcare, and you talking about taking the risk and giving yourself permission, how can someone begin to create a clear vision for themselves without tying their worth to fluency or perfection or even external validation?
I think once they realize the purpose, how their job is purpose driven, and it is like I saw a patient the other day. She speaks Spanish. I speak English. I do know how to do an exam in Spanish, right? But a lot of the doctors, they may know how to do lots of exams in Spanish, but at the same time, I lack the constant conversation, like us dialoguing back and forth to go there. And I go back to your purpose driven life, where when you connect with someone, it's okay for the language barrier. If there is that purpose connection still there, it's still powerful, it still does what it needs to do. It still brings that care to that patient with what they need. And my patient will return. Even if she has a problem, we sit across and we figure it out, and she is happy. You can see that there is satisfaction, there is still peace. Even the loss of dialogue doesn't bring that disconnection of our purpose while we're here. If I'm here to correct your glasses, to give you the prescription. So just being confident in that assignment that you have been assigned to do, a heart doctor, the nurse, the respiratory therapist, you're still going to provide that care. They're still going to remember that smile. They
Right.
will not remember any words. They're still going to remember your touch. They are still going to remember the way that you treated them, because people remember the way that we feel and how we're treated versus the words that we say. So the power and the purpose is still impactful, regardless of the articulation of the communication. And I think once you get a grasp of that, once you understand that you're so powerful, you don't need to say anything, your presence is just good enough. You release yourself from saying all that has to be perfect because the one that opens the mouth will fill yours to say what you need to say. And if we are not able to communicate the same language, we communicate different ways. There is other nonverbal communication that happens as we take care of patients.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. When someone really struggles with this, people don't remember if you messed up on a grammar rule. People remember how you made them feel. And if they
Mhm.
feel seen and if they feel heard, having a little bit of a language barrier is not as big of a deal as one may think. And I'm
Mhm.
really glad that you said that because a lot of people understandably feel like, oh no, I used this word instead of that word. And then they think it's just this big, huge deal. And at the end of the
Mhm.
day, it's not.
Yeah.
It's really not. And so I'm really glad that you brought that up in regards to getting clear. Now, having said that, if someone listening is feeling stuck, or if they're feeling undeserving, or they just feel hesitant to dream bigger, what's one reframe or reminder that can help them trust themselves again?
Yeah. So just give yourself permission to make an error and to grow. So whatever we're doing, if we haven't tried anything new, this podcast is new for my computer, somewhat new for me. We have to try. And so we count ourselves out before we even get to do it. So do the things that you wish you want to do. You wish, remember I said wish. You wish you want to do, not the things that you already have done. The things that you wish. If you want to do something and you've always desired to do it, find a way to do it. And then each desire, constantly work on building that up so you do that again. And as you get over these small fears, you will see that it was just a mind thing, that it was a head cloud thing where it was possible. It is possible that you're able to do hard things, that you are capable and equipped if you only give yourself permission.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Like I said, it seems like the biggest takeaway from this conversation when it comes to getting clear on what you want is to give yourself permission. Doesn't
Mhm.
matter if you have an accent, doesn't matter if you're from another country, it doesn't matter if a lot of people with your cultural background are in leadership positions, doesn't matter. Give yourself permission to take the risk. That's
Mhm.
always step one. So yeah, that's fantastic. Now, Dr. Coombs, where can people find you online?
Well, I think we found each other on LinkedIn. So I am on LinkedIn, Dr. Kerri-Ann Coombs. I have D Cordova Eyewear. Also on Facebook, D Cordova Eyewear. And Facebook, Instagram, D Cordova Eyewear, and Instagram, Dr. Kerry Vision. So love to connect with you. Let's be friends. And thanks so much for having me. It was a great conversation. And, I will definitely take some of those pearls for myself, do those things that I only wish and desire, even if we mess up, even if the phone rings, even if you mispronounce something, you have a freeze, go for it. Go for it. You're worth it. We are worth it. Let's get it for 2026.
Amen to that. And then I'll just quickly add on the tail end of this, giving yourself permission because when I started my business back in 26, in 2020, my highest dream at the time was just to have enough money to pay for my kids and I to live comfortably because I was a newly minted single mom. My divorce became final. And then now, oh my gosh, I'm speaking at conferences and summits, and I'm doing all these things outside of healthcare. And that wasn't on my bingo card when I first started. So, yeah, if you give yourself the permission to also be open
Yeah.
to the process of dreaming big
Yeah.
and trusting yourself. regardless of what the 3D looks like, regardless of what your family and friends say, if you stay true to yourself, you'll be pleasantly surprised on where the journey may take you.
And congratulations to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So the links to find Dr. Coombs is in the description box below. And if you are in healthcare and you are feeling stuck and you feel like you need more support, please reach out to us. We have a free academy that's for anyone in healthcare that's a non-native English speaker. If you need additional support, the link for the academy is in the description box below as well. It's free to join us. All right. So, Dr. Coombs, thank you so much for coming on. This was a nice little nugget in regards to specifically step one on how to get clear on your vision.
Awesome. And clarity is your gift, and wishing you a clear and bright future. And remember to count on yourself, do the hard things that you wish you only could do. I mean, you're a perfect example. So, and be
Thank
open. Yeah.
thank you so much. I appreciate that. And thank you for listening in, and I'll see you next time. Take care.